Welcome to the Explainer. So, if you're in tech at all, you've probably felt this. Something weird is going on with software pricing. The old rules, the ones we followed for years, are just breaking apart. And the culprit? It's AI. Today, we're going to dig into how this AI revolution is forcing the entire software industry to reinvent itself from the ground up. For decades, this was pretty much the golden rule of SaaS pricing. Stability was everything. You'd set your price, your entire sales team would build their strategy around it, and you just didn't mess with it. That was the bedrock of a predictable business. Well, that stability? It's completely gone. Today, if you're sticking to that old 5-year rule, you're not just being old-fashioned, you are setting yourself up to get left dangerously behind. All right, so let's really dig in here. What is going on? Why are these huge, established software companies suddenly tearing up their own rulebooks? The answer, it turns out, is a massive shift in what we even value in software to begin with. To really get what's happening now, we've got to look back. There have been three, pretty distinct eras of how we pay for software. And understanding this history is absolutely key to seeing why today is so different. It all started with the on-prem era, right? You'd literally buy a box of software with a license that was yours forever. Then we all shifted to the cloud era, which was totally dominated by subscriptions based on how many users or seats you had. And now we are entering a totally new phase, driven by AI, where the value isn't about who can access the software, but what the software actually accomplishes. And here's the thing you absolutely have to understand. AI isn't just another feature. It's not like adding a new button or a new report. It is fundamentally changing the engine at the very core of the product. Think about it like this. In the old world, the cloud era, value was all about access. How many people, how many seats could get into the system? If you were Salesforce, growth meant your customers hiring more salespeople and buying more seats. But now, in the AI era, that's flipped. The value is what the software does for you, the actual work it performs. And this is exactly why the old seat-based model is just breaking. If AI makes one person twice as productive, you need fewer seats, which totally kills the old way of growing your business. Okay, so if selling seats is a dying business model, what's next? Well, the answer is a new model that's really built from the ground up for this AI world, usage-based billing. And believe me, this isn't just a trend, it's a necessary evolution. The easiest way to think about this is your electricity bill, right? You don't pay some flat fee just for being connected to the power grid. You pay for the electricity you actually consume. This model brings that exact same logic to software, and it perfectly aligns the price a customer pays with the value they're actually getting. So if it's so logical, why isn't everyone already doing it? Well, the idea itself isn't exactly brand new. Infrastructure companies have been doing this for years, but actually making it work for application software, man, that is incredibly hard. Just ask a company like Dropbox, who learned this the hard way even before the big AI boom. For a company like Dropbox, trying to do this was a total internal nightmare. Imagine this. You want to try a simple pricing change. That could take 2 quarters because it meant rewriting code in some fragile billing system probably built by an intern years ago. Then customers would get hit with these surprise charges and get confused and angry. And the worst part? The company couldn't even learn from it for months because the data was all locked up. It was just this slow, painful, broken cycle. And this really gets to the heart of it. Shifting to usage-based billing isn't just about tweaking a number on your pricing page. No way. It is a full-scale, top-to-bottom business transformation that impacts every single corner of the company. You're facing these 3 just massive technical hurdles. First, the real-time data problem. You can't have someone accidentally rack up $1 million bill in a few hours without anyone noticing. There was a story about a startup on Segment that got an $80,000 surprise bill because nobody was watching the meter. Second, you have the enterprise complexity problem. Every big sales deal is a unique beast with its own special terms. Your system has to handle all that. And third, and this is a big one, financial accuracy. In the world of finance, being 99% accurate isn't good. It's fraud. Your data has to be perfect. So you see, this is the real takeaway here. This isn't just a pricing decision that the finance team makes in a back room anymore. Because usage is now directly tied to revenue, it forces every single department, sales, marketing, product, customer success, to completely change the way they think and operate. So if you're a leader listening to this, this isn't just some nice to have, it's a must do. You have to completely re-architect your sales compensation so your reps get paid on how much the customer uses, not just on closing the deal. Your customer success team has to transform to be all about driving value. Your product team's goals, those are now your revenue goals, period. And your finance team, they can't work in quarters anymore. They have to operate in real time. In this new world, standing still is basically the fastest way to become irrelevant. The pace of change we're seeing right now is it's unlike anything we've seen in the last few decades. We have truly entered what you can only call a Darwinian moment for software. All those old playbooks, the ones that were designed to just optimize a stable, predictable business, they're useless now. You can pretty much throw them out the window. And here's the kicker. The winners here are not going to be the companies that find the one perfect pricing model. That doesn't exist anymore. The winners are going to be the ones who can experiment, learn, and adapt the fastest. I mean, look at Salesforce, one of the biggest software companies on the planet. They changed their entire pricing structure 3 times in a single year. That is the new speed of business. And really, that's the ultimate question you have to ask yourself. In this new age of AI, pricing is not some static web page you build and forget about. It's a living, breathing strategic weapon. It's the very core of your business model, and your ability to use it effectively is going to decide whether you survive and thrive or simply get left behind.